probably have about 75 customers, some big fleets, some small fleets, and a lot of owner-operators. I got guys coming from 75 miles away to get their trucks worked on because we do it and do it right. They just know it's going to be done right when it leaves the shop.
I've put them on Peterbilts, Kenworths, Western Stars, Freightliners, Internationals, Ford pickups, Dodge pickups, the Chevy Avalanche.
We've been using Bart's product probably for 6 to 7 years now, putting the bypass filter on that keeps the oil cleaner and getting more life out of the engines, extending the service intervals on oil changes.
When you used to go 10 or 12,000 miles, guys are going 30 and 50 and 60, and some guys don't believe they'll ever change oil unless they have a major problem.
We've taken engines down that had 500,000 miles, and they show less bearing wear than if they didn't use the filter. So they're doing a good job keeping the oil and the carbons and the fuel out of the oil.
Extremely dirty, the filter themselves. But when you drain the oil out of the pan, the oil doesn't reflect the dirt that's in the filter. The oil seems clean compared to the filter. Pretty amazing process.
I'm Bart Anglin with Environmental Systems. I'm Vice President of Technical Support for the EnviroClean Bypass Oil Filter. I wanted to just introduce it, give you a little bit of background. We have tested this in the field for over 6 years before we put it on the market. We've been marketing for about 1.5 years now. I have over 70 customers between California and all across the South and up into Minnesota and Illinois and Indiana. I wanted to let you know exactly what comes with this package. This is what it looks like on your truck or any piece of equipment that has an oil sump that you decide to use it on. It goes on heavy equipment, trucks, tractors, farm machinery. With a small one, we put on pickups, avalanches, and the people that use a small one on their pickups by using Primrose synthetic oil will never change their oil. They'll just change this filter once a year. At the end of 5 years, when they trade their vehicle off, they will just take this filter and move it on to the next vehicle. The nice thing about this, it is a lifetime filter. It's 16 gauge steel. There's an aircraft aluminum. There's no reason if you trade trucks 5 years, 4 years down the road, you just take this off and put it on the next piece of equipment. What comes with the package, when you open the box, you'll have 5 foot of hose. This is 300-degree hose at 250-pound pressure. It's air-quipped. We stay with air-quip and Parker fittings because they're always readily available and they're quality products. You'll get 2 foot of plastic covering for go over your sharp edges of the frame or anything like that. Each engine has its own set of fittings that go into the engine, so it's very necessary that we know exactly what engine you have so we can send the proper fittings. But you do get the fittings for your engine. The mounting bolts, we are putting a new quick clip connect fitting on the bottom of the canisters so that it'll be easy to drain the oil. Each package will also have a set of instructions for the type of engine that you're putting it on. Now the options is the female part of the quick connect fitting for the drain plug. You can just put a hose in there. You don't need as many of those. Each filter will have the male part on it, but you will have to purchase the female part separate. We have oil sampling valve on here, and this is made by Parker for Caterpillar, so you can get these parts from Caterpillar, but you don't need. This comes on the filter, and this filter is pressure tested over 100 pounds. So this is the way it comes, and to get your oil sample for oil analysis, because it's necessary anytime you extend your oil drain to the lengths that we're talking about, you do need oil analysis to protect your warranties. It's just a simple matter of the engine running, stick this probe into the valve and fill your little sample bottle and mail it in. Now we recommend Cleveland Labs. They have them all over the country. This one happens to come from Sparks, Nevada. We also have those that you can purchase from us. If you have a truck on the road and they take an oil sample and you want to know what's going on, you can set it up to where they'll have your oil analysis on a computer, so you can get an instant oil analysis on the computer, so that you don't have to wait for them to mail it back. The smaller filter goes on any engine that has a sump capacity up to 7 gallons. This is the one we put on pickups, and we don't go smaller than pickups, but you can put this on a tractor, John Deere tractor, or any of the rest of them. In fact, as we have. This one goes on larger engines, heavier equipment. If you go to engines with 45, 50, like huge generators, you just put them on in a manifold type mounting, like 3 of them at a time or whatever's necessary to filter that oil. This doesn't change the lubrication of your engine in any way. All it does is clean your oil. This filter element is a multiple depth filter. It's bound very tight in the bottom and in the center, and it's moved out so that it filters the full depth of the filter, unlike a compressed substance where it's the same density all the way through. The gravel stays on the outside, the fine particles are filtered as it goes through this filter. It also holds up to 60 cc's of water, which is approximately a quart of water, so you have no acids or corrosives forming in your engine. We put activated charcoal in this filter to attract soot. When Thomas a little while ago was talking about the bearings that he took out of a Cat engine, 500,000 miles on them, these are those bearings that he took out at 500,000 miles with the EnviroClean oil filter on it. This is bearings that you take out of a Cat engine at 300,000 miles, so you can see the difference in wear, that by getting the smaller particles out of your oil that it creates. Now with mineral oils, it's not going to go as far as it will with a synthetic. This filter, as you can see, look at all the contaminants and garbage it's picking up, and the sludge it's picking up out of your oil. So it's cleaning your oil, and that's its job. But now we use Primrose synthetic oil here, and you can see the difference in that filter, and this filter has 60,000 miles on the Primrose synthetic oil. With this, we normally recommend changing oil at 60. We have in some cases gone to 80. With this one, we've never actually run out how far we can go. We've gone to 130,000. The oil was cleaner at 130 than it was at 60,000. But the company that had the filter on wasn't comfortable going any farther, so we changed the oil. But we see no reason why that you can't just keep going with the Primrose synthetic oil. The ones that I have on pickups that's using Primrose synthetic oil, they'll change the filter element once a year and take the filter off and put it on their next vehicle in 5 years when they trade it off. But there'd be no reason for them to ever change their oil. The engine will be in better shape than it would be if they changed oil every 3,000 miles. I want to go into this stand. This is a Fleet Guard bypass oil filter. This is it. This is one of the best, supposedly one of the best bypass oil filters on the market. It's 10 micron. We're using Powder Technologies contaminants, which is designed and used in labs all over the country strictly for filter testing. As you can see, this is going in, this is coming out. Now we will switch over to the EnviroClean bypass oil filter. Here we're going in, here we're coming out. As you can see, there's just a slight difference in the oil going in and coming out. This is the difference between 10 microns and 1 micron.